Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you're having a great day. Remember, every day when you wake up is a new victory. Yeah. So, just getting this out of the way. If you could please do me a favor and gently tickle the uvula of the like button and kick the subscribe button in the gonads, that would be great. All right, now that we're doing that, done with that. So we're going to be finishing up Yuri today in Act 1. And then we are going to do Netsuki in the next couple of episodes. And then we'll get to Act 2. And then, finally, we will finish up with the extra content. There are 6 extra stories. There are pictures and sounds and songs and good times to be had by all. So, with that, we're gonna get right into it. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I love how this is a Linux display because in Windows you don't get root. Or maybe it's Apple. I don't think it's Apple. But then Linux also typically doesn't have the menu right here. Although there are some Linux interfaces you can actually like install onto that operating system, which make it look kind of like Windows. But, you know. Anyway, enough of that silly talk. You know, I just realized. Hang on. I need to. There we go. Okay. I believe we were her. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs, oh my, and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. You sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get the smudge on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that because I don't think I'm an empty-headed high school student. My bad. No need to apologize. After all, we are all older than 18. I'll hold the book, okay? You sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. Oh, no. I shove my fist right into her face. Oh, I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what happened. Cabot. Sorry. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Well, they think about dirty, dirty things. Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was, sure. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. Well, if you say so. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths, because that's how breathing works. God damn it. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers, completely melting the chocolate and making it look like I pooed in my hand. Okay, everyone. Ah! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Cabot, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks! The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah.
Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I... Well, let's start with Natsuki. Well, I can admit that this is better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Because I'm super ethereal, guys.
What do you mean by that?
Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding to express something.
Gah!
It's gonna just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Oh no, that couldn't be a pun about her height, could it? Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you?
What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. This is embarrassing.
You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty bullshit.
Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean...
Ugh! Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you! Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me.
Ouch.
This is what I get for letting a younger girl, perhaps a month or two younger than me, mind you, step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. Because you're a dumbass, sir. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri! Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face.
Do you like it?
Cabot, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. Haha, got through my thick noodle. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery.
Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Tell me everything.
Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before?
Yuri nods.
Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that?
Again, Yuri nods.
Huh. Even your close friends?
Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why.
Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
Oh my.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase, then reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Well, that was either about self-mutilation or eating a raccoon. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical.
I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Cabot?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. If you count video games and manga.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Being sitting there, slack-jawed, like a stone. Just like a stone. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Cabot. That just eyes glazed over.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that.
It's nothing, really.
Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Sayori!
Ooh, I like this one, Cabot. It has some nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
It's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Cabot. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. If it's a poem we've read before, I'm just gonna, yeah.
Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this?
And then it's gonna skip because we've heard all that before. And Monica. Hi again, Cabot. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece and stop being such a piece of shit.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go.
I give my poem to Monica. All right, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
Uh-huh. Sadly, it's hard to get that much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
Oh, no, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her.
Huh? You completely misunderstood.
Calm down. I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's got a boyfriend.
What, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but...
Well, there's nothing really wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. But I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. Load me.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
Thanks for listening. And now they're all going at it. Boop, 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 boop. I would walk home with Yuri.
Walking home with Yuri, huh?
Why does the thought of that make my heart pound?
I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart with nice big hooters?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
So you admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. Bruh. No. We're not blaming anybody for the weirdness. You're just an awkward asshole. It's okay. You're in high school. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? I swear I forget sometimes that I'm not using webcam anymore, and it's kind of funny actually. Aw, man. Last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not.
Determination!
But I guess passion. Can't have all those monsters under the mountain coming after me. Oh, wrong game. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. Haha, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. It's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
Sound like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica! Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh. The music just kind of skipped, like glitchy. Interesting. I never caught on to that before. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me.
Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are.
Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of a room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her.
Hey, Sayori.
I wave my hand in front of her face. Oh, we've seen all this. And skippity-doo-dah-day. There we go. Okay. So let's just do Natsuki, get her out of the way, because she's being a cunt this go-around. Yeah, no thanks.
You didn't even...
Next! Gonna go with Sayori, because she has a sad face.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Okay, yeah, saw this before too. Yuri? Cabot, your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after.
Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and never even shared it. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Cabot, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Cabot. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you, that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I
haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Cabot. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw 'em. I mean, I joined the club hoping I would make friends.
Or just get a cupcake.
And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it.
Do you want me to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. A Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, in the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arms. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand and the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how he should respond.
Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
That's fine. I understand this one.
Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual.
Does this one mean a lot to you?
Yuri nods.
I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together.
Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence.
You mean I can keep it?
Yuri nods.
I'd love to!
Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes.
Oh my. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job.
Jesus. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Hi, Cabot. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well,
being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people?
I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure.
Let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Cabot. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Wink, wink.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spent with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked this whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
Yeah, that's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her.
Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know.
All right. I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
You say that like I'm gonna hurt her.
Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right?
Okay.
The lady who knows everything, and with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Gust of wind. Okay, saw that already. They yell, they fuss, they argue. We'll go with Yuri. So we done all this, we done all that, we done all this, we done all that. It's wildly entertaining. Goodness. It's every drama. You'll always be my dearest friend.
Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end.
He's a dumbass.
Promise I'll help get things back to the way they were.
I see.
Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression.
Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this.
Sayori!
It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish? So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right, that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Cabot. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So...
Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning away and running off.
Sayori!
I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different.
Try not being a dumbass.
I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. And with that, guys, we're gonna cut it right there. Thank you for joining me today. We're gonna run through Natsuki real quick. It'll take maybe an episode or two, probably two. And then we'll get to the meat and potatoes in Act 2. That one's a bit of a wild ride. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you have a great day, week, whatever, night, morning, whatever. Whenever you're watching this, just be a badass. Remember, you are important, you are loved, you and your feelings are valid, and I can't wait to catch you guys next time. Bye!